There we go. Sweet. And enter. Wow. Okay. Then we'll do this.
Yeah.
All right, and here's give me a second to go grab something to drink, and I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right. All right. Easy. Hold on. I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back.
Ta-da! Are we live in the wonderful world of sound?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're diving right into it. How's your stream?
Stream was good. We the game glitched at a level 40. What was it? 41. The level 41 exfil.
Excellent.
That was disappointing. But we had 3 people, so we're working it out. We're working it out. Yeah.
Ursum.
Yeah. Oh, I should send you some. Let me send you some pictures real quick of some stupid shit.
Oh, cool.
That's huge. That's hilarious.
Stupid hilarious.
There's the Discord. So I think you'll find these interesting. I think we'll have a chat about this. I don't know whether we want to. There it is. Yeah, this one. Send you this one. For starters. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those people because, yeah. All right. So I'm ready to. Yeah, I'm ready to go when you are. So much awesome right there. Yeah. Oh. Yep. All right. So whenever, yeah, we can.
Yeah. Hi. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, guys. Hi. It's episode 69 of the next Screaming of the Next Level.
Yes. Here we go. There's a good one. Yeah.
I'm a couple robots, and this is DJ PDX Blue. DJ Blue PDX.
Yep. One of those.
There's letters. There's all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Yep. We are. Yeah, we're doing a thing. We're doing a thing. We're doing some things, people. So, cheers to you. And hello, sir. How was your week been?
Oh, it's just been dandy. Just dealing with Facebook issues and shit.
Yeah. Had some fun. I just yeah. So for starters, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Screaming at the Next Level. This is with Next Level TSC, brought to you by Shotcall.gg, as well as Blue Microphones and AverMedia Gaming. Thanks for joining us. And of course, the show is brought to you by the numbers 18 to sign plus, rated M for mature. If you're over the age of 18, be a responsible viewer and you are headphones for listening. Some of the content or languages presented on the show may not be appropriate for all members of your family. If you're under the age of 18, be a responsible viewer. Ask your parents or guardians permission to watch this show. Okay, now that we've done the responsible thing, we're adulting. Hi. So, been an interesting week full of, hey, guess what? Your deliveries are delayed from hey, your deliveries delayed to people and their entitled opinions on the interwebs. And then add on top of that, this convoluted notion that in some way, shape, or form, because you're a YouTuber and you've run out of content, that you don't have to answer to the notion of journalistic integrity. Oh, that's right, because you're not a journalist. And when you try and say, hey, it's my journalistic right, not unless you're going to be violating every single element in the concept of under the concept of journalistic integrity, because you're an idiot and don't have anything else to do. And we've talked about this before, and now it's just getting even dumber. And yeah, it's driving me nuts. But on the funnier side of things, so can we, I want to bring up the first picture I showed you, because it's a fucking doozy. And I don't know whether we need to blur this person's name out.
Why?
But,
Why? Should we?
Well, I don't know. Should we?
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing.
All right, because my issue here is, and I'm going to just get directly to the tweet. Directly to the tweet. And this person's is a Twitch streamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with over 33.5 thousand followers on just Twitter. Dudes with zero hose and dry phones, comma, WD space RN. Now, what she's trying to say is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted, in all honesty, to respond with crying, or either just crying because of your lack of sentence structure, or looking for people who can actually complete a sentence. Period. Like, you can't even functionally, you didn't even use all, it's not like she was running out of space. It's not like she had to save characters in the fucking tweet. But dudes with zero hose and dry phones, what you doing right now? I don't know. Trying to figure out why you don't understand punctuation? I don't know. Maybe trying to find people who can speak normally? I don't know. Maybe trying to not sound like an illiterate bitch?
I don't know what dry phones means.
Honestly, this jerking off on our OnlyFans, who knows? No idea. No idea. What I do know is that I am so irritated. Like, I read that and thought, and I specifically messaged a friend of mine saying, hey, by the way, why would you retweet that? Because she's hot, bro.
And was that it?
She's an illiterate motherfucker, bro. Who like, don't fuck anything dumber than yourself. That would be my first rule of thumb that I think you should probably consider taking into advisement. And you're already proving pretty dumb.
The abbreviation shit drives me nuts. It always has. But like the RN, the TN, and the other TN drive me crazy. I was very confused once when this is back way before I was married and I was but a lad and my world was black and white and I just wasn't.
TN is in tonight?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And I said, what is TN? She's like, tonight. And
it's also Tennessee.
It broke my brain because it's only one word.
Right? Right?
Should
now,
it just be
TN.
Yeah. But then later, like a couple days later, I got the same TN, and I was like, when do you work next or something like that? TN, oh, tonight. No, tomorrow night. What the
right? You guys gotta pick and choose your shit, or just learn to spell. I didn't know how to spell tonight because I get tired of people telling me it's like T-O-N-I-T-E. Well, congratulations. if you can't figure that out by the 4th grade, you've got bigger issues than just how to use fucking Twitter. God damn it. It's just wildly insane.
Oh my god, our stream froze on my phone. Oh damn it.
No.
It unfroze. I wanted to take a screenshot because it was fantastic. You had a great look into this.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
This shit drives me nuts.
Yes. And it's obnoxious. And I'm not trying to pick on this, I'm sure, lovely young woman. Yeah, but at the same time, like, if you don't want to be treated like an idiot, don't act like an idiot. There was somebody else, and I wanted to take a screenshot of it, but I didn't. And this person said, by the way, for all the bros in my chat, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm married. She like wrote this like 8 times in a row. And I thought, first of all, why are you feeling the need to put that out there on Twitter? That's something that you should put in your stream chat or say to your stream chat, because you're putting it on Twitter. Like, and I went through, I looked at the tweets, replies, and things like that, and nobody's in there trying to hit on her. But apparently it's coming at her from Twitch, where there's a bunch of obviously aggressive, ignorant young men who are being inappropriate or just being assholes, and she's not taking it well, or her husband's getting irritated. I don't know. Either way, address it in the medium that the instance occurs.
Yeah, no, because
complaining on Twitter about what happened in your Twitch stream and not addressing in your Twitch stream is bonkers.
That's the same
literally
shit.
Bonkers. Makes no fucking sense to me.
It's the same shit that we're talking about a couple weeks ago on Twitter, and everybody gets the woe is me posts.
Yeah.
And that just
I feel like I'm being left. Yeah, I feel like I'm being left out. Then don't be left out.
Yeah, just
do something different.
Do something,
like
bitch.
Yeah, I don't. I don't get it. I don't.
I'm too old for the internet.
I don't think that's true. How else are we gonna get how else are you gonna find new and improved ways of shaving your head tools?
That's true. I sent you a link to that. Today, I tried it with a little bit of shaving cream, and then I put it on there. Much better experience.
Oh.
It was fantastic. But then I rinsed it out a little bit and then kept shaving, and I didn't open it up to clean it out before continuing shaving. So I had this Rudy Giuliani streak dripping down the side of my face. Oh, and I forgot to mention last week, and I feel bad that I forgot to mention this because I mean to say it all the time. Don't eat on the fucking mic, guys. I'm saying this every week. Just don't do it. Don't chew on the mic. Mute yourself. Maybe even go to a BRB screen. Just stop this shit. And that's it. I'm just gonna say it for the week.
Use a fucking limiter.
Yeah,
or a gate, a noise gate. Like, yeah. But the only time that I ever really love to eat on stream is when it's Phasmophobia and you're stuck in the bottom of the asylum and this thing's hunting you. Everybody's at 0% and you can't get more than 2 rooms before it starts hunting again. And then I will pull out a bag of tortilla chips, lean into the mic right when you hear it outside the door and just crunch, 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 and stare deadpan at the mic and wait for everybody in my party to go, shut the fuck up, DJ, shut up, oh God. And then one of them dies, and I just start giggling because I'm...
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And then I got Purgy yelling at me like, why?
Why are you like this? I love the second thing that you sent me. I absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about this. And I thought this was a unique and interesting thing because it's true. Now, I went and did a little research on this, and ironically, this is a Fox News station that did this. So, all right, that makes sense. So, Queenie puts up and it's Frenzied and Fine puts up. A girl keeps sending my local news station screenshots of the landscapes from Red Dead Redemption 2 for their out and about news segment, and they keep putting it on the news thinking it's an actual photo. Now, there's two things about this that are great. A, props to you, the entire dev team at Red Dead Redemption, because Rockstar, you're killing it. You're killing it. Still one of the most beautiful games when it comes to the foliage, the environmentals. It's breathtakingly realistic and gorgeous. And once again, Fox, thanks for proving that you are so out of touch with reality you can't tell the difference between an actual photo and something rendered in a video game. Also, that's not the weather in the state that you're in at all. And the fact that you don't know that or haven't paid attention to that is bizarrely, like, those aren't mountains in the real world that we live in. What mountains are those? Those seem to have been big enough that you could say, oh yeah, those are the Grand Tetons, or that's Mount Hood, or hey, look at Everest today. Nope, because that's not an actual valley anywhere in the free world.
Grand Tetons is totally boobs.
That's Titons. That's the Grand Teton.
The Grand
That's in Vegas, bro. That's in Vegas.
Look at the Grand Tetons.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to go to Vegas one of these days and actually go there. I've been through the airport.
The Grand Tetons?
Vegas. But, yeah. So,
I love that one.
But, yeah, like, that was gorgeous. In the sense that, there we go, the Amanda Guess air flip. And this is the final piece that I said to was, look, the fox doesn't say shit. The fox has the right to remain silent. What does the fox say?
Layers. There's layers to that.
Oh, so many. So anyways, that's my moment of uplifting opportunities to find joy in the stupidity of others and to share the weakness of strangers on the internet. I should have that as a t-shirt.
Oh, Master Chief Collection just finished installing.
Did it? Oh, it's so gorgeous, dude. It's so fun. I love it.
I want to play through all of the campaigns again.
Oh, yeah.
I already, in order though, so I already played through Reach.
Yep. And then one. Yep.
Amanda plus Guess hair flip was just redeemed, so I guess. Flip.
Is it just one of that?
There.
That's a share.
Amanda's not here. The butt.
Okay.
But we'll do it for you.
I've still got to figure out how to set those things up. I still don't get it.
Channel point stuff?
Yeah. I know. It's somewhere in there, and I just don't have the. I want somebody to set it. I know this sounds lazy, but I want somebody to set that shit up for me. I just don't like.
There's new stuff too now.
It's so
now you
tedious.
can use them to have people enter giveaways.
Oh well, that seems like an even easier way of doing things.
That's pretty dope. I like that. And if I was,
but how do you make it
a
for
streamer on this platform, I would like it even more.
There you go. Speaking of streamers on this platform, you were mentioning that you were having some frustrations with Facebook gaming. Maybe that's a good segue for that piece.
Well, I wasn't really talking. It's something I mentioned a couple weeks ago. It's that their reach is completely down. You're only being shown to your followers. But the way the algorithm works is that they ping 10% of your total followers in the first hour, and then if you get traction on that ping, they do another 20% of your followers the next hour, and then by the third hour, if you're still getting traction, they ping the rest of your followers, and the algorithm gets its hooks in you, and you get featured. That's impossible to happen now, because
that is the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's very similar to how Twitter's algorithm works, actually.
Well, you know how I feel about Twitter.
So it's very frustrating, and on top of that, so some partners get free ads on Facebook. Every 2 weeks they're like, hey, pick a clip or a video or make something and we'll promote it for you, and it blows the fuck up. It gets like 500,000 views in over the 2 weeks, you know.
Well, that's good.
And it generates a ton of followers, and those followers get pinged when you're live, and growth. It's part of the reason that I had over 2 million reach in the first month of being there. That's not working anymore either. So basically, I'm not growing. I went from getting 3,000 followers in 2 weeks to getting like 7 a week.
And you're not the only one, ironically. And so I can say that somebody I know who has left the employment of Facebook gaming. How can I say this and not get them in trouble, but also say it? They were very unhappy and concerned with the methodology that the algorithm was using while managing the acquisition of new talent and content creators, including that there's a boost level that occurs incrementally for your first 60 days, right? And then the next 30 days it drops, and it's your exposure level, right? And so, like I said, if you're big enough already, they'll give you a 60. Otherwise, you do 30, 30, 30, 30, and then it's normal algorithm, so that you get this initial boost. And the implication is that as you get this huge exposure, you'll carry yourself and ride the wave, which is not what happens. Because if you're only telling 10% of the people who are following you that, hey, they're live, well, that's bullshit. Because you should be telling all of the followers that you're live. That's the fucking point.
Well, it's also... Uh-oh. I'm moving things.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm a little high on my box, too.
Aren't we all, buddy?
That's soapbox right there. Yeah, I don't know. The more I found out, the more I just got confused by this whole concept and process of algorithms. The discovery that I don't know how to use Twitter was also a thing, because I've been going back and trying new and different things. Nothing seems to be even working as well as it was before, when I thought I was actually getting, when I thought I was getting shadow buff kissed, but I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I was starting to think I was getting shadow banned on Facebook, and then I realized it's happening to everybody. I think the issue is that they're using the traditional Facebook algorithm and trying to shoehorn it into gaming.
Yeah, no. And gaming is different than social media.
It broke something.
Our patience?
This is what bugs me, is that this background has this white border on the top and on the left side, and I'm trying to hide it. It drives me nuts.
Okay.
I just want you to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, and it'd be different if I was a Facebook gamer. I already don't get, why. There's a whole lot of things I don't get. You know what? I'm going to send you a link to one other thing that I did I believe it was this morning, when I decided I'm going to wake up and tweet with an attitude.
Uh-oh.
Because reasons, and fuck it, why not? This was... Where's the link to this motherfucker? Oh, it was the replies. It's in the replies. There we go. In the replies. And, where is it at? Okay.
Whoops.
What?
Nothing. We'll edit it in post.
Got it. Uh-oh. So this is... of course, I paused this shit like an idiot. I'm gonna send you the copy link. I'm gonna send you the link and the picture, because it's important, and in my head, it may actually not be relevant whatsoever. There you go. So, Microsoft's over here, the Black Friday sales, and I remember when I worked at Microsoft and when I was helping with retail divisions and things like that, I always laughed at them because they would slightly raise the prices up. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Who do you appreciate? Tag them. We want to say hi. Watch Mixer, and then I did mic drop. Oh, except bitch, you closed it, you fucks. And I don't think it got any traction. It may have gotten, did it get any likes? Oh, it has gotten likes. All right. So and because I woke up and looked at that. They've got these quote unquote Black Friday sales. Like, hey, get yourself a Microsoft Surface for $600. Yeah, you mean the tablet that you keep upgrading and replacing every 2 years, so it's survivable. It's marketable survivability is maybe got an 18-month shelf life.
Revisions,
sure,
man, revisions.
Like, sure, maybe you just make the product the right way the first time, and it'll have a longevity that goes longer than 24 months. That would be ideal. Maybe don't sell substandard crap. That would be ideal.
That would be
ideal. It's like when we had gamers coming into the Microsoft stores and they were like, hey, we want this to be a gaming destination. How do we do that? Well, you got to sell gaming laptops or gaming computers. They said, well, we only want to sell PCs that are Microsoft branded. And so we're going to sell the Microsoft Studio. Yeah, well, your Microsoft Studio has a 960 graphic card or 970. It had a 970 in it, right? And I looked at him and said, this is for a 5K touchscreen competitor to what? Is the iMac?
The iPad?
And you've got a what?
The iPad or is the iMac?
No, the iMac. This is a giant 5K freaking standalone and had a 980. And I was like, no, that's not a thing. That's not even reasonable. Then they said, but we're going to carry gaming laptops, and here are the gaming laptops. And I'm looking at these things thinking, all right, when your largest graphics card you've got in this thing, the largest graphics card you've got in this thing is a 1050. You can pay extra for the 1060 model. And everybody else is using 1070s and 1080s. Again, you've gone mid-range and you half-assed the project. If you're going to offer something that's worth buying in the stores, offer something worth buying in the stores. If they can go to Amazon and get the product that actually is boosted up to what they need it to have and what they need to use it on, great. If you're not going to bother giving a shit about whether or not people find this to be of value, then what the fuck are you even doing? Who in marketing even gave you a job? And why are you still wearing a paper name tag? Is that how temporary your career is going to be? Because making decisions like that ensures it.
Yeah. Carl's not. Carl's not going to be here long.
Fucking ungoddamn believable. Anyway, it's just like,
a lot of people,
my eyes
man.
bleed.
And we're lamenting the loss of Mixer.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, no, like we're trying to have a discussion the other day on stream, and it was funny because we're in the middle of zombies, and I kept having to pause the fucking game because we're asking questions, we're talking about stuff, and it's not a it's not a live conversation. It's a conversation based on a delay, and so by the time that they hear the question and type out the answer, we're already past that section. So we're going to pause the game and wait for somebody to hear the question so they can type out the answer and then read the answer, only to realize that I misunderstood or there was a typo. Hey, again, $260 billion of profit. You guys can't come up with an FTL backbone?
Do it. It's a whole
like,
thing. Man.
I would pay a portion out of my monthly income as a streamer from them just to be on an FTL style platform. Like, I can see why other people who are doing this on their, like, if you're new to streaming, if this is not your main bread and butter, if this is something that you just have as a hobby, I can see why you wouldn't pay that. As somebody who's a full-time streamer, fucking just give me the FTL.
Yeah.
Come on.
That'd be awesome. It would be awesome. And then like partners got it included or something like that, and everybody else it's $5 a month or something.
Yeah.
I feel like a ton of people would pay for that.
But yet telling these people these ideas, they don't give a shit what we say.
Here's a fun fact. So I'm constantly obsessed with tweaking things and making things better, especially with video and audio quality and stuff. And obviously I moved to a new platform, and Facebook's ingest servers are completely different than Mixers that were completely different than Twitch. And
so your OBS settings have suffered, huh?
Facebook gaming has a wicked delay.
Oh,
like damn,
wicked as in
damn
long?
near, damn near 10 seconds.
What the fuck?
But you know where it doesn't now? My channel.
Why?
because I figured out some OBS settings.
Oh, yeah.
That lowered it to damn near nothing. Like it's
what OBS settings
almost,
are those?
It's almost to Twitch level delay now.
But not to Mixer lack of delay yet.
No, I mean, because that's a DCP?
UDP. So
it's UDP. Sorry,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Mixer's,
not TCP.
Yeah, the TCP is what Twitch and Facebook run on because it's verified handshake, data handshake protocols, as opposed to UDP, which is unified, and then they just shove it as fast as hard as they can, and they just grabbing everything.
Yeah.
So
and like it's bouncing off the walls of the internet tube. That's how I always picture it. Like UDP is like ping, 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 but it gets there really quick. So it's really volatile, like to jitter. But it's fast as shit. So then it also makes bitrate look like shit. Like even at 10K, even running 10K.
What, that's UDP?
Yeah.
Or TCP?
It's not. Decoding can't keep up with the speed of transmission, and it's just like the video quality was never the best on Mixer.
I don't know. I had it pretty dialed in. I had mine pretty dialed in, but yeah, no. Unless you have a monster signal, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I could. God, I streamed live on YouTube a couple weeks ago, just because I wanted to see what it would look like to stream at 20K bitrate. And I gotta say, it looks good.
And did that work?
Yeah, you can do whatever on YouTube. They don't care.
Oh, okay.
They won't stop you. Facebook as well. Except if you get over like 10K, you run the risk of people having errors on their video player. So it's a whole thing of figuring out. But I can tell you these settings. But it requires you to have OBS Studio and not Streamlabs OBS. And
I don't use Streamlabs. I only use Studio. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick.
Okay, but you have to install a plugin, and it's called Streamfx. If you've ever watched my stream, you can see that like sometimes my camera is angled, and it looks like it's angled to the side in a three-dimensional plane, and my chat will be popping up from the side, but it'll be in perspective view.
That's actually cool.
I do that with Streamfx, but Streamfx also unlocks all of the settings for H.264 encoding.
Ew.
And you can tweak them down to every single thing. And you can make 6K, 1080p, 60 frames per second, 6K. You can make look amazing on Twitch with these settings. And then I figured them out it took about a week for me to figure out tweaking the settings and what enabling what and not enabling what and everything, because the way they handle B frames and everything is totally different over there and whatever.
Right, yeah.
But it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. I have a video about the Facebook settings, and I haven't uploaded the one about the Twitch settings yet, but I will tell you.
All right, let's take a look at it, because I got my settings up.
But do you have Streamfx installed?
No.
You need that to unlock the settings.
Getcha.
Because I can show you. I'll change this to a display capture.
Oh fuck, settings.
I'll just add a display capture actually.
Yeah, let's see this, because I'll do that off stream. But yeah.
Hey, look, it's us.
Yay!
So these are my output settings.
Holy Christ on a cracker, bro.
So that's what that unlocks. All these little tweaky things.
You know what I see there? So many ways I can screw up my stream.
All you have to do is do exactly this.
Okay. So yeah, if you could take snapshots and then just to me, I will definitely run that in there.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Figure out what the heck to do.
But
I don't know if it'll
now-
help with the removal of the delay on Twitch, because I think that's kind of just inherent to TCP technology.
Except it isn't, because
Ooh.
if we do our preset, this is how I have it changed on Facebook. If I change this to low latency, high quality, I've tried to do lossless, but it's impossible.
I used to do losses on Mixer, and then
Low latency, high quality will get you there, and then you can also go down here and change zero latency from disabled to enabled.
Oh.
And it'll be awesome. Also, there's all this stuff I've learned recently. 2pass. That's usually like the max quality setting that you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually bad if you have a touring card.
Touring.
If you have an RTX card.
I thought you meant like if it's going on vacation. Like
Touring.
It's going on tour. Where's your graphics card? It will be back. It's on tour.
So you should disable this if you have an RTX or
no. I have
an
a
RTX
GTX.
card. GTX. Is it
I have a GTX 1070 in this one.
Okay, then you can do 2pass and you can get a small bump, but in quality.
Okay.
But you should disable it if you have it. Blah 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 blah. I tell you, I've dove so deep into this stuff. I could write a damn manual for OBS at this point.
You should, because they need one. Tutorials are crazy.
I'm just gonna keep making tutorials.
I'm about to start making. You know what? Maybe that's what we should team up for. Is I should help me make the tutorials for DJing.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Because it's one thing for me to teach it in front of a class, like when I was teaching college. Like, it's coming up with a curriculum and an outline, and your syllabus is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a hands-on demo that involves an experiential opportunity for people to touch things, hear things, and do things that manipulate the media. It's a whole different thing that you just can't write down.
Sure. Sure.
That's the other thing that kills me about doing any type of a tutorial show on Twitch, is because by the time they ask me a question, I'm 15-20 seconds later.
Well, you can do it in that you go through your lesson and then open it up to questions. That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing my bartending lessons and stuff like that, I would make a document, and I would that of all the things that I was going to talk about, and I'd put it in Discord so people could follow along, and then they could ask questions afterwards.
That sounds like a lot of effort.
It is.
I should stop being so lazy.
We have a lot of happy topics that we're talking about this week, and I like it because I think everybody needs a little bit of levity.
Agreed.
But this is
You want
something.
to talk about something more serious? I can tell something's coming, and I'm excited. You know me, I love to have an answer, but something. What's been causing you to furrow your brow, my friend?
You know her, you love her. She's a DreamHack host. She's Rainessa.
Oh yeah.
Rainessa tweeted she quote tweeted something from Twitch today.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't see what they did. And I responded with this GIF that says, "You never saw me. Break the rules and delete the evidence. Thanks, Twitch." And the response was to this. Twitch support today tweeted, "If you stream the Fortnite Nexus War event and you want to be cautious about DMCA risk from the music in that event, consider exporting or downloading and then deleting any related VODs or clips. Please review the FAQ for any visual DMCA questions."
What?
So basically they're saying, go ahead and break the DMCA rules, just DMCA rules, but then just burn the evidence. Which is why the title of this episode is Hide the Evidence.
I got
so funny to me.
I got a couple things to say about this, because I have a couple friends who've been nailed, including you, by supposed DMCA violations. on clips and or VODs that they'd already deleted. I know 3 people offhand, and yeah, keep that up because there's something I want to point out about this. The problem was that, hey, you said, like, I deleted this. I can't even go back in and address this, mute this, remove, or save it because it's gone. It wasn't here to begin with. This got scanned in your cache, your trash cache archive of everything that's been recorded or done on your stream that's not even in our control anyways.
Yeah.
Because you let the monster out of the bag. And here's the biggest thing I say about this. This to me screams they unwittingly or unknowingly or unintentionally, and I put that very loosely in quotes because, to be honest, I feel like they should have seen this coming. They created a monster, and they are now contractually in bed with this monster. This is the most loveless of a lifetime. That is it is the sex that won't quit, that they can't get out of. And it's like the worst lay ever. Twitch support saying, we can't stop the people we signed a contract with and they won't back down. In fact, they're eating more power than we can provide. They are like they've become they've become the horny dog that everybody feels bad about shaming, and yet they can't get it to stop humping their leg. Okay. And that is obviously Audible magic doing this. And now they're saying, you know what, fuck it, fuck the DMCA and fuck all the rest of this. Just here's how you get around it, and then just delete your shit. Except that doesn't work because you still nail them in the deleted fucking cache.
Yeah. And that's what the first comment was about it. DMP3 said,
"Oh, good. I'm glad somebody put two and two together."
He said, "I think a lot of people are concerned that even if they delete the VODs or clips, they are indefinitely stored in the cloud and still subject to DMCA."
Yeah.
Are you saying it's okay to stream copyright music and then just delete the evidence after getting some mixed signals here? Just turn off clipping and VOD storage on your account. Most streaming softwares are capable of simultaneous recording and streaming. Make your own VODs and clips, upload them somewhere else, somewhere you trust. This guy is like, most streaming softwares are capable of simultaneously recording and streaming. Have you ever tried to record at lossless quality while streaming? I have an i9 processor, and it's like...
So, are you single or dual PC?
Single.
Okay.
I have my dual PC sitting there.
I have a Ryzen 5... something or other... Hold on, what the fuck is this? System info... Boom, boom, boom. I have an AMD Ryzen 5 3600X 6-core processor. It's 3.8 gigahertz for each of the cores. And of course, these are all multi-processor cores, so it's technically 12.
Yeah.
You get your 6 standards, your 6 virtuals. All at 3.8 gigahertz. So this is a fucking crazy-ass device. Great. That thing, when recording and streaming at the same time, I'll punch out maybe... I would say it probably punches me up to like 60% CPU usage. The problem with Twitch right now in this situation is, are we going to be able to, my question is, are we going to be able to reference this document when we are live streaming and then suddenly our shit gets banned, suspended, or otherwise, and say, hey, you're the one who said, and I have the proof because I screenshot your shits, you're the one who said, go ahead and do it this way. And now, during a live stream, you are punishing me for taking your advice. So far, Twitch has been notorious about failing to protect the integrity of the content being provided by their content creators. They have failed to protect the opportunities for us to explore our creative sides, and they chose. They were not forced. They were not coerced. They saw a $sign and chose to partner up with the beast that is Audible Magic. That's like saying, hey, You know what's fun? Come to my channel. Just make sure I'm gonna and just make sure that you're with friends with all of my people here. They happen to be the credit bureaus, because that's a great idea. That's a great. Let me tell you exactly how difficult it is to do anything with a credit bureau ever, and it's impossible. It's impossible.
Oh, I know. I have.
It's like trying to have a gay parade in a Catholic church. It's not going to happen.
I mean, if you try.
I mean,
I want to see the effort, though. I want to see the effort.
Yeah, there's a group here in Portland, and they're called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and they are always dressed up as nuns everywhere they go. There's an entire tribe of them, and these are men. In some cases, burly lumberjack style men, but when they are the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, it is the world's craziest drag with their beards, just high arched eyebrows and glitter everywhere, in a fucking habit that looks like Vegas vomited inside of a nun, and this is what came out. And they are the nicest, coolest, most generous. They raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity. They are amazing, and I don't say this to be derogatory at all, but they're amazing as a philanthropic group. But they tried to go to church on a Sunday after a party after a pride party that lasted till 6 a.m. So they were like, fuck it. The sisters were like, and we're now going to church. They rolled into the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church just rolled them right back out. It's like, and thank you for coming. Here's your blessing. I gotta go before everybody else gets here. Hail Mary, full of grace, get the fuck out of my face. Like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Who are you and who sent you?
That's incredible. That reminds me, actually, you know what I just saw today, right before we went live, is that Ellen Page, the actress, is now Elliot Page.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. I think what's more awesome than that is that the reception that he has gotten. From the whole thing. I think it's fantastic.
Yep, absolutely. And I think his standing and position on his ability to play both male and female roles for the time being is very unique, and I think very open-minded. And it's ironic that you brought that up, because I have somebody in my community, and so she was going by Dylan, and has since started the process of transition. Came by the stream and said, hey, I changed my gamer tag. This is not Danielle's sister. This is not Dylan's sister. This is Danielle now. And I thought, well, that's cool. Thank you. Like, I was the first stream that they came to, that she came to pronounce that. And it was really, sorry, because now I've gotten so used to Dylan, but I thought it was a really brave thing to do. And of course, the chat, our community is really amazing about things like that. So they were very accepting of her new name, and everybody loved it, and it was cool. But I think for Elliot Page to come out and take this leap of, I'm going to say leap of faith, that the followers, the fans, and the community is going to be accepting, is a step in the right direction for people to just finally be who they want to be. And at this point, it's 2020. Fucking just shut up and let them do their thing.
Yeah, like, I'm glad that people are shutting up and letting people do their things more, though.
Yeah, I always laugh when I hear, because I've got some relatives. I hear people who are so adamantly like, I don't want to support this type of movement, blah blah blah. Well, great, then don't transition. Like, that seems like an easy thing. I don't want to support gay marriage. Then don't get gay married.
And just don't do it.
Since you have a wife, sir, I mean, like, I don't feel like you are in any risk at all of being affected by this ever in the ever of everdom.
Has nothing to do with you, you piece of shit.
Ain't got shit to do with you. Ain't got shit to do with how you feel about you. And this certainly doesn't have shit to do with anything that you're doing. In fact, guess what? Your housing property value will probably go up, since now the unmarried couple that lived across the street from you, boys with a really nice yard and the actual shrubberies that are well manicured and the Disney shapes in the backyard. Now they get to be married. Different tax code. Moves up the property values. Just saying. Like, it's not difficult to do. They always have better Christmas decorations than you do anyways. And your wife goes shopping with them and comes back with better choices for your polo shirts.
It's amazing.
Teach them football, help them to mow their lawn, and there you go. Or play badminton in very short shirts. Either way, they're going to be happy. Just do one or the other. For the love of fucking God, and stop itching. Just, yeah, no. So there's that. So in another, on a different, I don't know why I'm playing with dollar bills. On another topic, along with that, so I'm interested to see how this transition is going to affect Elliot's character on the Umbrella Academy, which is already scheduled for season 3 release. Like they start filming, or they just started filming. But yeah. Oh, do you want to talk about that guy right there?
Oh, the pillar.
Oh yeah, because the QAnon kids already jumped on top of that shit.
I'm sure they did, but then somebody took pictures of it being dismantled by humans in Utah and moved.
Right? They should have just stuck with the, hey, it was put here by aliens and nobody saw shit. Instead, they took a shit, peed on it, left footprints, and then took the whole thing and threw it in the back of a pickup truck. At least be clandestine about it. I want you to roll up there with some fucking helium-inflated mules, pack that shit the fuck out down the mountain and through the valley to a waiting hovercraft. Be strategic if you're going to try and pull off a prank. If it was that important that you had some fucking steel installation posted in the middle of where? Utah,
and now in Romania. It disappeared from Utah and appeared in Romania the next day.
Okay, so now we're looking for U.S. Romanians with dual citizenship and an ease of fly and an ability to fly, because that's obviously not something you just happen to throw out there and go like, "Hey, it's a 3-sided piece of steel the size of a basketball player," and that weighs as much as a linebacker. Although I would have really loved to have seen it get struck by lightning. That would have been cool.
That would have been pretty cool.
But that being said, why did it have to be removed? Like, they couldn't find any evidence of installation in the first place. It was just there. They literally cut it into the stone, apparently, but they couldn't find the cut marks. So it just was there.
It just appeared. It was really well done.
Perfectly shiny. It was beautiful, and they should have. The Bureau of Land Management was going to leave it there anyways.
Yeah, but I think they took it down. They planned on taking it down so they could have it disappear and then pop up on the other side of the planet to make people freak out.
Oh, well,
but here's all the pictures on Instagram of it being dismantled.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Somebody ruined their little game, but I thought it was so cool. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think the artwork is great. I like it. It's sad. It's sad because we already have people who are struggling to maintain a grasp on reality as it is. And now we have this moment of, hey, guess what? This could have been aliens, and then it's not, because it's people, and then they shat and wrote piss off. Or go fuck yourself. What was it? It was a go fuck yourself or piss off?
Go fuck yourself.
They go fuck yourself. That's what it was. They said, they wrote go fuck yourself in the sand. And I thought, the least you could have done was just created a cipher, made strange squiggly marks, and let people freak out and try and decode that for a while. Instead, you took the, hey, this is DJ's standard response to anytime he gets killed in a game. Fuck. Go fuck yourself. God damn it. What are these, Halo YouTubers? Jesus. I don't get it. I mean, I do get it, but I don't get it. It's dumb. Evil or dumb. Dumb.
Oh, this is interesting. It actually says that from this article in New York Times, interviewing this photographer that took these pictures. He was visiting the monolith on Friday night when he said 4 men arrived as if out of nowhere to dismantle the sculpture. Mr. Bernard said had driven 6 hours for a chance to ogle the sculpture and to take dramatic photographs of it. Using upscale Lume Cube lights attached to a drone, blah, 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 blah. Red cliffs, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly, around 8:40 p.m., he said the men arrived, their voices echoing in the cannon, working in twosomes with an unmistakable sense of purpose. They gave the monolith hard shoves, and it started to tilt toward the ground. Then they pushed it the opposite direction, trying to uproot it. This is why you don't leave trash in the desert, one of them said, suggesting that he viewed the monolith as an eyesore, a pollutant to the landscape, according to
So maybe
Mr.
these
Bernard.
weren't the people who installed it that took it.
Yeah, that's really interesting. As they walked off with the pieces, one of them said, "Leave no trace." Interesting. I wonder if they're related. Which isn't the first time I've said that, but it's usually about like 2 people that are at a barbecue together and doing some heavy petting in front of everybody.
I also feel the same way about most people I see in the backwoods of Mississippi while trying to get through without actually stopping for gas.
I wonder if they're related.
There's a very angry looking woman and a child. I wonder if they're related. Why would they be related? I don't know. She could be the head of a trafficking ring. She could also not be human. That could also be her food. I don't know. I am not here to judge these things. I'm simply here to ask questions. That is what we call journalistic integrity.
That's right.
We don't judge. We simply report what we see. Could they be an alien? Could that child be the product of nuclear infused or gamma ray affected alligators that have been breeding with the pod people that exist and live below Disney World? I don't know. But we leave that question to you, the viewers. Then you realize that you're watching a Halo podcaster. Motherfucker.
What was the upgrade to the? Oh, you can't see that. That's Facebook Partners Group.
No.
What was the upgrade to Halo Master Chief Collection for the new system, for the new Xbox?
What do you mean?
It has a badge on it that says XS now. I think it's all 120 frames per second. Oh.
Yeah, it's gated for 120 FPS. So you can pull the max 120 FPS just like you could on the S and the X for monitors that support or televisions that support that framework. But that's also not new.
So then what's the option? Okay, so what I'm finding is, and this
It's
was
like it's performing exactly the same as it did before.
But everything looks fucking pretty.
It looks prettier because you're getting a faster process on it. So often, whereas before, if you were playing, for example, the way that the technology works on, say, the difference between the Xbox One X and the One S, if you were to play a 4K game at 60 FPS, right? On the X, you played it, and it had a 4K throughput on it. Then you could play, for example, Halo 5 Guardians on Xbox One X at 4K. If you wanted to play Halo 5 on a 4K TV from an Xbox One S, okay, it played at a 2K resolution and expanded it. So you had a 2K res that was being upscaled to 4K, not a true 4K. Now you have everything at Xbox One X Plus. So you've got the full 4K res, but you'll have it at 120 FPS, a max of 120 FPS. But you could do 120 FPS at, say, 1440 or at 2K, but not at 4K. 4K capped at 60. Now you apparently can do, do it up. So they've got it's the full res packaging available now for, and that's not just for MCC. I mean, like, that's pretty much for any game that's on the Series X, that's Series X ready. They've got the ability to do that. Now, I would also say probably what's happening, since a lot of these games were not designed originally at the high FPS, unless there's a PC port for it, is that they're simply duplicating frames. It's kind of like how Sharp TVs have, like the Aquamotion Sharp 240 hertz.
That shit.
240 hertz TVs.
It looks so fake. It looks like a soap opera.
Right. Well, I mean, I love 248. I have a 240 hertz TV upstairs, and I love it but when you're watching something that was filmed and presented at 240 hertz, if you're watching something that is being presented in 60 FPS and the TV uses a smart feature to quadruple interpolated frames in a way that simulates 240, you're still fucking faking it. You're still faking it. Like, so anyways, as much as I would love the Series X as a device, I'm not super, everything I want that's coming out on there is going to be on the PC. So I don't care.
What I find interesting, though, is that I run all my games at 1440p.
Yeah, ditto.
And 120 frames per second now that I can. I mean, I've always had my One X set to 120, but no games allowed you to play in 120. But even with, like, I have Apex Legends here right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is not updated and optimized for Series X, but it looks so much better. It looks better than it does on my PC at max settings. Like, it just, it's crazy. And then you go into Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone, and they had a high texture pack you had to download. And that looks obscenely better too. Like,
I'll tell you why. You're getting full 4 full res, and it's most likely full 4K, right? At 120. And they are downsampling. They are downscaling it, so they are compressing it. So you've got a 4K image compressed into a 1440p or compressed into a 1080. So you've got brilliant colors that are now compressed down into what is being pushed out at 1080p. My stream looks better at 1080 than a standard 1080 person's stream does, because it is a 1440p 144 hertz stream being downscaled and compressed into a 1080 image. So you've got 1440's worth of resolution and pixels in a 1080 compression. So you've got much more finite detail. There is a difference, and you can tell if you throw your shit to 1080 and look at it in 1080 and then flip it to 1440 or flip it to 4K or 2K even. You're gonna see it's the same size screen, but you're gonna see a considerable change in detail, and it's more fine, pristine, and more there's just an accentuation to the colors, and the flow is just better. But yeah, if I had to go back to playing on a controller, I swear to God, I'd pull my hair out.
oh my god, it's so much better.
I'm not,
And it just looks so good.
Oh, I thought you meant playing on a controller.
Yeah, I was talking about playing on a controller. The Series X controller is so good. They made it smaller. They tapered in the edges.
So like the Elites, basically.
Kinda.
I have the Elite 2, and it's the same fucking controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really good. They have grip and all that stuff. That's good. And I'm using my Nintendo Switch charger.
Oh, yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same.
Yep. Thank God for the USB-C charger on it, though. Although I have not used this fucking thing forever. Just sits there. Because I just stopped playing.
You should use it. You'd probably be better at video games.
No. Actually, I'm better with keyboard and mouse. Is ridiculous. Oh, look at that beautiful. I will say, man, 343 rocked it.
Yeah.
With that new intro, it's so gorgeous.
And it looks real
And you
good.
and I can play together cross-platform on anything except for campaign and Spartan Ops for Halo 4.
We can't play campaign together?
No. We cannot play campaign or Spartan Ops together unless I get on a fucking Xbox.
You know what I wish? I wish Halo 5 was just in here. Because
I am so fucking irritated that it's not, to be honest, but yeah.
Because I have Halo 5 and I love Halo 5, but it's sitting there and I have to delete something else to install it because I only have 800 gig and I already have 2 Call of Duty games. So what do you want me to do? I mean, this is all I have.
I would recommend getting that 8 terabyte expansion drive, because they used to sell to Microsoft stores an 8 terabyte gaming drive that had multiple access points for it, so you could have it plugged into your Xbox 360 and your Xbox One, and each of them store their games on it.
Yeah, the issue is if you're not using an internal the internal SSD, like expansion card that you can plug in, you're not going to get the XS enhancements. Like I have 3 external hard drives that were plugged into
and yet
my
they
one.
only offer 1 terabyte. Are they high? Do they even understand how large video games are? These I have 3 terabytes of space on my PC, and it's still not enough.
No, yeah, it's definitely not enough. But and next week,
again,
Destiny is going to be
Xbox for
updated.
half-assing it.
Yeah, we just need bigger hard drives. But the thing is that expansion drive, I was pissed when they announced it. I was like, a terabyte for $200? Are you fucking kidding me? And then I looked at the speed of it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like it's like $10 more expensive than an off-brand like internal SSD at that speed. Like it's the fastest you can get.
Oh, okay.
But my external SSD was hella fast, but it won't let me run any enhanced versions of any game. So
That's just, it's bizarre.
it's weird. It's just growing pains, and we're going into the new generation while still supporting an old generation. And but what they did with No Man's Sky on Game Pass was amazing. They updated it, like it's a full update. These games aren't backwards compatible, they're being fully updated. Every blade of grass and every leaf and everything on every planet and every star and No Man's Sky is now rendered individually in real time with the power of the new console.
Jesus Christ.
It is so gorgeous. Like it's so stupid. Like you can see 2 different streams of wind blowing through the grass because you can see different grass moving in different directions in real time. Like it's nuts. And this is just that I cannot wait for like a year or 2 years from now, and we see all this shit where like Unreal Engine 5 is getting used with their Lumen technology and stuff.
Yep.
I love it.
Well, that is the thing.
Yeah, I guess we should wrap it up.
I just realized it was 7 o'clock. It's over 7, yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go. And then we'll be back on next week, the 8th.
The 8th, which is Destiny Day. The day that Destiny gets updated for the new consoles.
Yeah. And it will be the day before my birthday.
Ooh, girl.
Yep. 975.
That's impressive. You look really average for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sure.
Really average for your age.
It's a gift.
Well, cool, man. Well, it continues to be the highlight of my week. But seriously, we got to play some zombies and some Halo together.
Oh, God, yes, please. But dude, I get lost in zombies, man. I'll get late at night, and the best thing is, honestly, I've been rolling in solo and just seeing how far I can go. Now that I figured out how to get the die machine and all the add-ons and the hoo-has, and then there's the afterthought. Once I get the die machine, and I'm standing there's a horde of zombies, and I'm destroying them, and suddenly my Twitter alerts go off, and something stupid comes up, and I realize, why can't I destroy these people with my die machine? And that's why it's a video game, and it's life imitating art, imitating what the fuck is going on.
And that's exactly what Call of Duty always wanted to be. Super deep.
Super deep. Deep enough that you're at 2 a.m. You're making a Tom Collins going, oh, for God's sake, what am I doing with my life?
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.